What's up, everybody? Geekopedia here. Welcome back for another video today. So I wanted to do this video because I kind of want to get my thoughts out there a little bit. For those of you who might not know, this week is CinemaCon, which effectively it's pretty much like a convention kind of place where studios go and they talk about or announce a lot of their film projects that they have in development. People like Sony, Warner Brothers, I think Disney is supposed to have a panel soon. Then later, sometime like tonight, Universal's doing a panel, which I can't wait, because I hope to hear something about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I know the first footage for Megan is either the footage or the poster for Megan was released during last year's CinemaCon to help to start hyping it up. And so I think my theory is they could do the same thing for the FNAF movie. But we'll just have to wait and see. I hope they do. But what I was going to talk about was something that was announced during Sony's panel at CinemaCon, because it caught not only me, but a lot of other people off guard. It's that their Kraven the Hunter movie, which releases this October, will be rated R. Yeah, you heard me, rated R. So the Kraven movie is going to be set in the same universe as the Venom films, so Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage, and then the Morbius movie. It's funny, because when they were first announced, a lot of people wanted Venom to be rated R. And of course it ended up being PG-13. When Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage was announced, everybody wanted that one to be rated R as well. Well, that turned out to be PG-13 as well. Then Morbius happened, and people were hoping that it would be rated R, but it turned out to be PG-13 and a dumpster fire. So, maybe this is like Sony finally learning their lesson that they need to make their movies rated R. Which, when you're working with characters like Kraven the Hunter, or Venom, or even Morbius, it kind of makes sense to give them an R rating, because they do fit in that rating. And honestly, some would argue that they work best. Like, that's the only way you can give them a proper adaptation. Now, me personally, I'm kind of more mixed on that idea. Like, I love the Venom movies. I think the Venom movies are good, decent movies for what they are. No, they're not perfect in any way. They do have their issues. I will be the first to admit that. But I feel like for what they were, even though they weren't rated R, I thought they were still pretty good adaptations for the character Venom. Even though, like, there's the whole thing that Spider-Man had nothing to do with Venom's origin, which, how the movie did it, I thought was okay. But I can understand why people were kind of turned off by it, since Spider-Man was kind of, left out of it in this iteration of Venom. Morbius is a different story, though, because I did not like Morbius at all. For the flaws that Venom has, they were at least good times. You could at least sit back and have a laugh with the Venom films. The Morbius movie was just, oh my gosh. It had a bad plot, bad script, and everyone apart from Matt Smith were bad acting-wise. Because I'm not saying the Venom films have, Oscar-level performances or anything, but they're still at least decent. They're good enough to where it keeps you in the film, and it doesn't take you out of it. Like with Tom Hardy, he's easily the best actor in both the Venom films, because he plays both Eddie and Venom. And that alone is amazing. Michelle Williams, who plays Anne Wang, she's pretty good. Michelle Williams goes good as Anne Wang. Rhea Scott, who plays Dan Lewis, he's my favorite character in those films. Woody Harrelson is Carnage. Perfect. So, like I said, they're not going to be winning any awards anytime soon, but they are pretty decent, and they don't take you out of the film, and they don't make it less enjoyable, which, that's a big thing that Morbius had against itself, which I found to be very frustrating about it. But anyway, how did I get off this topic? I was talking about Kraven the Hunter. I'm honestly really interested to see what they do now that they've got an R rating for Kraven. there was some, like, footage that was released during CinemaCon that wasn't released online, and apparently Kraven, like, bites this dude's nose off and then spits it out at the camera, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, I wasn't hyped for this movie, but I'm still not, like, super excited about it, but at the very least, I'm intrigued. Like, I'll probably watch it now. Like, before it was confirmed to be rated R, I was like, I'll probably watch it, but I'll wait till it comes out on streaming or on DVD or something like that. But now I'm like, okay, I might watch it in the theater. But it might be one of those where I might just wait till, like, a couple weeks after release. It's not going to be like Venom, Let There Be Carnage, or Spider-Man No Way Home, where I went on opening night for those films. Those were the first two films that I went on opening night, so it was kind of exciting. So Kraven's probably going to be one of those. I might see it in theaters now, but I'm not going to see it immediately. But then, too, the Rhino's supposed to be in it. Like, but this one's like a mutated version of the Rhino. So, like, in the trailer, the guy, whoever the Rhino is, because I don't think they revealed his alter ego. So I don't know if it's going to be Alexei Siskovich, like in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, or it's going to be another version, like Alex O'Hearn from the Spectacular Spider-Man animated series. But anyway, he like injects himself with this serum, and it turns him into this rhino monster. So when I read that, the idea I had in my head is they're going to go something similar to Spectacular Spider-Man, because in that series, which in my humble opinion is the peak of Spider-Man adaptations, next to only the Raimi trilogy and Insomniac's Spider-Man PS4 game. So in that, when they introduced Kraven, there were, like, different mutations going around, and Kraven himself took this serum that turned him into, like, a lion-human hybrid. So I think it's possible that the Kraven the Hunter movie will take inspiration from that episode of Spectacular Spider-Man and have it to where Kraven is brought in to fight these mutated humans, or, like, these humans who are taking this serum and mutating into these these animal-like monsters. So, I guess that's kind of an interesting way they could do it, because obviously, I know there were a lot of talk that they might have Spider-Man in this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never had faith in Sony for a second. When I first heard that, I was like, they're not gonna have Spider-Man in it. They said the exact same thing about Venom. They kept hinting and teasing that Spider-Man was going to be part of Venom 1, and then he wasn't because of different things. So I was like, nah, there's no way they're going to have Spider-Man in it. I will eat my words if Spider-Man shows up in Kraven the Hunter. But I was honestly like, no, there's no way. There's no way. Either Marvel's not going to let them use Tom Holland, or just for whatever reason, I really don't think Spider-Man's going to be in it. But I could be wrong. I think it would make the most sense if Spider-Man was in it. Arguably the best Spider-Man story is Kraven's Last Hunt, which dives into Kraven's character of who he is as a character and a person in the comics. So obviously it would make the most sense to have a Kraven the Hunter movie where Spider-Man is the antagonist, and it's about Kraven going after Spider-Man. So that would have been my idea of how to do a Kraven movie. But since they are most likely not using Spider-Man, I guess this would be the next best thing, because Kraven is supposed to be like this great, like, hunter, a sort of guy. So, he's supposed to be able to, like, go after these animals and take out, like, rhinoceroses and lions and tigers and bears, oh my. So, it'll be interesting to say the least. I'm happy it's rated R, so it's at least gonna be crazy. But whether it's good, whether it's like the Venom films or if it's like Morbius, we'll just have to wait and see. So, I just want to get my thoughts out there. Hope you guys like this video. Remember, God loves you and I love you too. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.